he just went low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open his head wide open. Cracked open in the face.
And welcome everyone, it's Mario Man 100 back again with the first campaign impressions video. That's on Resident Evil 3 Remake for the PlayStation 4. Had this game, I actually just looked at the docket, it's officially 2024, but I've had this for officially 2.5 years. Added since June of 2021. I'm just getting to play it now. I still haven't finished Claire's story in Resident Evil 2, and I should say her A scenario in that game, but yeah, never played Resident Evil 3, and played the remake either, and going to do that now.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Citywide emergency plan has been declared.
CDC is quarantining the lower Midwestern officials.
Honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for our life. It's this foundation that will continue to build a brighter future for all of us.
You all know umbrellas are full load of shit. And of course that was Nemesis. So of course in timeline this is just before Resident Evil 2, I think. I think it's set before and after Resident Evil 2 in terms of timeline, but Resident Evil 3 wasn't originally going to be Resident Evil 3. Of course, Code Veronica I think was supposed to be Resident Evil 3, if memory serves me correctly. And yeah, they needed to make something a little bit quicker, which is why this game is technically shorter than Resident Evil 2, just in general, with the original Resident Evil 3. Playable, yeah. Also playing in first person mode, which makes it feel like it's Resident Evil 7. We have some Jill Valentine in this game. Just use the green light because that's off my controller.
Gets worse every night. 3 more days, but I think Kiss is terrified.
So it's the mansion incident, which of course she was in the team, was involved in that in Resident Evil 1, and even like technically Resident Evil Remake. We of course got that as well. Mega Mate Supreme.
So many pills.
This is
What's going on up there?
so yeah, so Jill looks much more realistic in this game. Not to say that she didn't look that great in Resident Evil 3, and of course Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 1 and Revelations, because she was in that as well. But yeah, now we're officially in third person.
Jill?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
And speaking of, bad guy, we've got Nemesis. Oh my god.
What the hell is that thing?
We thought Mr. X was bad in Resident Evil 2. That ain't nothing compared to Nemesis. And
No way.
so he has to have like a tracking system in him somewhere, right? I don't know how he can track us so quickly. Well, it's one way to make your presence known. And like I said, if you think Mr. X in Resident Evil 2 was a big presence, god damn, you haven't played Resident Evil 3, because that is always synonymous with this game. Is Nemesis.
Jill, over here. You okay?
What was that thing?
James, if I know. But right now it's got a hard on for the only 2 stars left in town. You and me. I'm not sticking around. Just look around you. The longer we move, the more screwed we are.
This all happened so fast.
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like Arthur, like on steroids. Hey! Hey, wait! Down here! Damn it!
It was gonna be what we expected. Brad! Here they come!
Here!
So many.
Door behind you, go!
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
Yeah, so if I remember, Brad dies here. So yeah, so saying there's only one of the 2 of the team that had left. Of course, Jill Valentine and Brad.
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out there.
The parking garage isn't far.
The only safe place is in here.
Not gonna be. Tell you that right now. There ain't gonna be much of a escape from everything going on. Oh, that's right. Is there dogs in this one? God, my aim is fucking terrible. Oh yeah. This will break down just before we get there. And a nemesis or something will come out and blow up the helicopter, I believe, if memory serves me right. It's a helicopter in a Resident Evil game. Usually they go down pretty quick.
Sorry. Damn it. It's my turn, bitch.
And Jill's like, fucking come on, really? And this is Carlos, a new character in the franchise.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Carlos, I'm safe. Come on, let's get you someplace safe.
Yeah, so he's a new character in the franchise. I really haven't seen him since Resident Evil 3, actually. think it's possible that he's been mentioned before, but in some of the future games in the franchise, like 5 or 6. But he hasn't shown up again in the franchise at all.
We've been bringing survivors here.
Here, where?
My guys have converted some subway cars into a shelter. Safe.
I'm fine.
Personal space. Okay? I get it. Let's go. Oh, come on. That dipshit that closed this. Sorry, we're gonna have to go around.
Hey, what do you know about that monster?
Nothing. Never seen anything like it. But it's no zombie. He knows what it wants and won't stop till it gets it. Don't you like that, man?
No thanks. It's all yours.
Promise you're the maintenance. With the Umbrella Biohazard countermeasures for this. U.B.C.S for sure.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about? You don't have to trust me, but I'm going to the shelter. You coming? Come on. It's this way.
Yeah, so we're gonna be uneasy because he was been looking at fucking and looking into Umbrella.
The captain. It's fine, young lady. You can use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask my young lady her name. She is an elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Her name is Jill Valentine.
It's Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill. I am U.B.C.S. platoon leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue civilians.
Great. How's that going?
The city is completely cut off, isolated. Most of the 100,000 civilians will wind up dead, correction, undead. My platoon has suffered serious losses. Just keeping them alive is more than I can manage.
Well, you can thank your corporate overlords for that.
Yes. Well, we are doing all we can. If we can get the subway train moving, we can evacuate some survivors. But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
Yeah, this guy, Victor, I'm pretty sure is a bad guy in this game.
I'm in. But I don't understand. Not understand.
Hey. It's cool. We all want the same thing.
Thank you, Jill.
All right, Super Cop. Here you go. Use this to stay in contact.
I know what it means.
It's like, you don't have to be an asshole about it.
We need to get you geared up. Head up to street level. You'll find supplies there.
All right.
It's like, yeah, okay, you kind of hate Umbrella. I mean, you don't have to be such a dick about it, you know? But I understand it a little bit on her defense, to be fair. Like I said, she had been looking into Umbrella for quite some time. As you can see by the pins on the wall and stuff like that. So it's not really a surprise. Disease. Spencer Memorial. Now, it's a bit of a crazy name, Spencer.
Jill, me again. Outside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
Bill Jack's got clear insurance. You might get the subway infrastructure back online.
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you get the main road.
Copy that. Let's to this fact.
Thing. Yeah, my inventory. So even like looking at this from Resident Evil 2 to 3, it's crazy to see the advancements that we have. Between games. It's pretty crazy. Not that it gets a little bit under a tutorial there, see? We'll save. Of course, we got chest, like that. Supply box, storage box, I should say.
Gotta get that train moving.
So yeah, so headshots obviously better in this game if you can manage them. So but of course we explored more inside certain buildings in Resident Evil 2, whereas Resident Evil 3 is more outside in the city, and you get to see how bad the city ended up becoming. Is that shot? Make sure that he's dead. The head should be not dead. Okay, I think he's dead now. Yeah, like I said, you can see the city and how bad Raccoon City has gotten in terms of falling apart. Can we technically do it through the mod? No, I can't. Okay. Thought he haven't mastered unlocking. Ooh, red barrel. Might explode. Sure, if we shoot at it, it will probably explode.
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue. Which way do I go?
See a big transmission tower? That's the substation. You'll have to circle around through an alley to your right to get there.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. I'm sure we can drink water like yourself and put out a few flames.
Fuck you.
Might just. There's going to be something around here somewhere. No, I'm guessing it's probably going to be down there. That's probably what I'm looking for. How did I know that was going to be explosive? It's good for the quick step. I like the fact that there is a quick step in this game. Because like I don't mind like the movement that we had in Resident Evil 2. Oh, that was a headshot. I don't know whether that is phasing through the floor. She was phasing through. Shit, that made me jump there for a sec. I forgot there was 3. The only thing about that just drop him and not fucking put him down. As you can see, my controller is red, so I think I'm in danger. Yeah, I thought it was in danger. Okay. Just 2 shots then. Like I said, like the movement for Resident Evil 2 wasn't that bad. Like moving as standard is fine, but having a quick step is pretty cool too. Got it. Definitely won't be getting up from that. If I have a look at the box, if I examine it correctly, should have something inside. It has red jewel, okay, which I can't use at the moment, so I'll put that in the box. Excuse me. More gunpowder. Use that. Wasted 2 bullets, yeah, which kind of sucks. That's the thing, like this, I'd say this game probably functions a lot better like the first game in the franchise, where it's very much like survival horror, where you're using limited supplies to survive. Whereas Resident Evil 2 kind of got into a situation where it felt like that a little bit, but it wasn't 100% like that when you were good enough. But yeah, it's been fun so far, which I appreciate. And the graphics, of course, is always great. And like the advancements, like the quick step and that sort of thing, I think are fantastic for this game. Particular, but I think I'm gonna leave it. And we'll quit. This nemesis on the screen. But I reckon we'll leave it there for Resident Evil 3. What do I think? I think this is fantastic. It is. Feels really good. The advancements between Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 obviously are very, very much apparent. And the game still looks fantastic. Like, I mean, that's one thing I can commend Resident Evil 2 is that the engine might have still been reasonably new, with the fact that Resident Evil 7, of course, was the first to use the RE engine from Capcom, and they've just made it better. Of course, it looks even better with Resident Evil 4 Remake, which eventually I will get to. I wanted to play Resident Evil 4 first, like get a copy of like the Wii version or something like that, because I think that the Wii version's arguably said to be the best version of that game, and I know a few places that are selling copies of that game, so I might eventually pick that up, but I haven't done that as of yet, but I reckon at some stage I will. But I might just go into Resident Evil 4 because I like Resident Evil 4 Remake because I know what like the plot of the games and how the game functions. So I just really was playing to the controls, which obviously I haven't done because I haven't never played the game before. But yeah, it's the same with this game in particular, because I haven't played Resident Evil 3, originally on the PlayStation. Didn't really play Resident Evil 2 before Resident Evil 2 Remake, but Resident Evil 2 Remake is fantastic. Still going, like I said, still going through Claire's A scenario, and it's pretty damn good so far, which I really appreciate. That I can definitely see the differences between Leon and Claire's stories in that game, and this game looks like it's going to be just as menacing, if not more menacing, with, of course, Nemesis, who of course is featured on screen right this moment, but I mean, his presence is very much apparent, and I'm all for it. I don't mind that at all. I think that he is a presence. There's always been a presence in there. Sure, mate. It's getting a bit late. It's what, 1:15 in the morning, shit. But his presence has always been felt as like a big presence. In the original game, in some of the other supplementary material, whether it's the movies or, you know, like some of the other games in the franchise, because he's probably showed up in some of the others. Not as like as much of a big presence, but obviously this game was his as much as it was Jill's and Carlos's. But yeah, so I can't wait to get back to this, because I'll eventually get back to it. Finish Resident Evil 2 first, and then eventually get back to this and play through it and see what I can get myself up to. I know the story of this. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Victor is the bad guy, or one of the villains in the game. But we'll eventually see that, or I'll eventually see it when I play more of this game. I know it's late in the day and late at night, and I'm yawning like a whole bunch for that reason, but that's annoying. So before I start yawning even more, thank you guys so much for watching this first campaign impressions video of Resident Evil 3 Remake for the Sony PlayStation 4. This has been Mario 100. You guys have a great day or night, and of course, take care.